Ladies and gentlemen, check it out.
That's right. We here.
Welcome to the No Label Show Reloaded Special Edition.
Reloaded.
You know what I mean? I got
everybody. We got everybody
Fly on the side. You know what I mean?
Come
From
on,
the Ant
man.
Fly Show.
To the right of me is my man G. Talk to him.
You know, G is like the Jerobi of the No Label Show. You know what I mean? Sometimes he here, sometimes he ain't.
Where we at? We outside?
We outside.
Southside. Come on, man. What we talking about tonight?
Yo, man. First,
All right, here we go with the bullshit. Let's go.
what's going on? What's going on with my man Shedeur Sanders, man? Thank God. Deion Sanders' son. You know, he got two sons, and they were entering into the draft. That was the other day, and
Did he make it?
he made it by the skin of his helmet.
Man, let's hear how long he in. That mean that money coming.
5th round, 144th pick. That means
145th?
Yeah, you know how like back in the days when y'all playing tag and shit, and you might be the last nigga.
That don't sound like a lot of money. That don't sound like a lot of money.
Pick me, and you get picked. He had that feeling.
That don't sound like a lot of money.
Well, the question is the reason why. Why was he that?
Ooh, good question.
You know, like I had told y'all a few weeks ago.
Yeah, we bring it back. Revisit it.
I watched the Deion Sanders. He had like a what's on Amazon?
The football shit.
The football shit with Colorado. Him in Colorado with the kid there with the. Remember we talked about the kid with the girl. You know what I mean? They took him second pick. Anyway.
Oh, second pick.
Yeah, he got second pick.
Not 145th.
The other kid with the big teeth and the braids. The girl was, you know.
The Instagram model that he got.
He went second round. He went real quick.
Cause he's a.
Is he still with that girl though?
He's an it nigga right
She was there.
Oh my goodness.
He's the it guy
She
right
was
now.
there.
You know, he got all the publicity in the world.
Right. But I thought when I watched it, like I was telling Ant today, like I watched the show, but I didn't really watch a lot of games with him playing in the games, and he's got a lot of awards.
Sanders.
The Sanders. Shedeur Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think that he was all that great from what I saw, like how they was making him. But the commentators and the people that follow the game more than I do seem to think otherwise. But damn, boy, I thought he would go at least 10th pick or second round, or early second round.
I heard it had something to do with the fact that he didn't do the same kind of training as everybody else.
He didn't do the Columbine,
right?
But some other guys didn't in the past and have got, you know what I mean. But he should have did it. Like he should have did it.
They wanted to be mad at him.
Yeah. He should have did it. I would have did it. I would have just.
They want to be mad at him because his father is the one that wanted to make sure he
right. And it's a comment his father made that they said the other day. And I remember the father making that comment on the show. Like, it's people who we not... Deion Sanders says people who we not going to play for. Who he ain't going to... What do you mean? Who he ain't...
He going to play for what I'm paying for.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Maybe
that's why the nigga went 145.
Yeah. They was like, yo...
104. You know how low down in the pick that got to be?
Yeah, that's low.
So this nigga already compromises his money. Cause you ought to be happy that we picked you.
What?
So now he gotta prove that he's a standard.
Right.
But remember, the parents' skeletons is the kids. What they call that?
What
shit?
The
sins of the parents.
There you go.
On the child.
There you go. That shit. Remix.
Man, listen.
Well, let me just tell you, Sander was a Sander. Was a household name.
Deion Sanders was that
dude. So if we talk about the parents, the sins of the parents, he should have went higher.
But he black.
I don't care. We've been running the league forever.
He black. That's the thing.
Come on, man.
Well, they tried to say that real quick, but then a commentator said the first 2 picks was black. So I mean,
yeah, but their daddy didn't train him.
Right,
his daddy been with him from the beginning.
That's the thing.
Yeah, well, we know, the stardom or whatever has something to do with it. He got his sneaker. He wearing his father's sneakers.
But y'all gotta remember though, Deion Sanders has been a rebel all throughout his career.
All through.
He's been a rebel. So that's a little.
But a
little black bullish.
A rebel who has produced.
Right. He
eventually, yeah.
Who has produced.
Sports,
come on, man. Yeah. So if we're going off the name and the brand, which is the name, right?
Right.
Then come on. 145, he's supposed to be at least 10th, 11th, 12th, something like that. We talking this nigga's in the hundreds.
And they didn't draft the other boy either.
On, man.
I looked it up. Shiloh Sanders. They both just came off of Colorado. Deion got two sons that play football on the same team.
Which league did good, right?
Yeah, but he didn't get drafted either. But he got signed to he got signed to the Browns as a free agent.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, well
then I would like that better than a 145th pick. I would like a free agent, because at a free agent that means once you see what the fuck I can do,
there you go.
Then my money
all over him. They gonna be all over him.
Yeah,
let him do his thing.
Yeah,
everything gonna change.
Like I told Ant, I said now you gotta show your ass.
That's it.
Show your ass.
And that's what's wrong with the industry. The industry is about this, man. If you a name brand and you come in at 145, that means you gotta prove yourself. They don't want to fuck the brand, nigga. Who are you as an individual? What can you contribute to the league as your father did?
Want to follow suit, though.
So they gonna put you at that point, and now you gotta prove yourself. And
can't be bigger than the name.
And ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
That's what they doing now.
I kind of like that,
because the Steelers coach, he came, he visited the Steelers coach, and they were asking the Steelers coach about it. He said, "Oh, it was normal." He came, He said, "I know his father for a long time, but we ain't even talk about his father. Just want to see how he is and how he feels about the game and this and that and this." I mean, he could say, I ain't want the nigga. You know what I mean? But
no,
I don't think he's supposed to go that far.
I see it different. I see it like, I know your father, but I don't know you. Who are you as an
individual? That's what he was saying.
Yeah.
The coach said.
So prove to me that you of the brand that I picked you as.
Right.
I see some potential in you, but you got to show me more. Yeah. And that's what. And
what I saw, I didn't see he was that no special thing. You know what I mean? But I to be fair, I didn't watch a whole lot of games and shit, man. But
let me just say,
at least he got drafted.
At least he got drafted. So we're going to do kudos to that.
Yeah.
Kudos to that, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Congratulations to that young man.
Yeah, man. To black folk giving some money and probably being a contribution to the NFL.
Right.
To your father's legacy.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what it looked like they was trying to destroy.
The father's legacy. Yeah.
That's what Ant just said. Yeah.
And talk about it, man, because we want to hear from you. Because
the NFL be doing.
It's all about the money.
Talk about it.
The root of it.
Well, his father said it in his song back in the day. It must be the money.
It's about the money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if he really think Deion Sanders' son, he could turn this disadvantage into an advantage.
Right.
All he got to do is go show his ass.
Show his ass, man.
And they all got to come back crumbling.
Yep. He was wrong. Yeah. That's all. That's all.
Because these other teammates that got picked and they don't produce, they got first round picks.
Yeah.
And he's 145 and he doing better than them.
They gonna feel real stupid.
Now it's about give me the money.
Yeah.
In my second year.
Yeah.
More money.
Year. Yeah.
Not even the average money. Now you gotta pay me more.
Absolutely.
That's how you got to turn the advantage.
And that's what that NFL is about, man. And it's all about competitiveness, man. And that's one thing that I gotta say, man. If you're a prodigy of the craft, then we want to see, man, that you really deserve to be there.
Right.
Show me, man.
Right.
And that's what it's all about, man. It's all about showing your worth. And that's with anything. Whether you be a secretary, a garbage collector, or whatever it is, show your worth. So this way, when people say, "Oh, we fired him because of you can't say, excuse me, he didn't produce. No, I came here and I produced. Now show me the money.
I just thought about something.
Talk about it.
They didn't want this to be like LeBron and bringing his son in.
Yep.
I thought about the same shit. I was about to say
you got
him more for the recognition of your father than your talent.
Yeah. A lot of people. What was my man name? The commentator.
Stephen A. Smith.
A. Smith. A. Smith talked about it. He said, "Man, hold on. You got it on the name of your father, but you ain't showed me nothing to where you should be a starter."
Right.
And he's right about that.
That kid wasn't.
People that know the sport, man. They say, "Hold on. There's other people that's worthy to be in the position that you in." So, not saying that you not worthy, but you got to show us more because you got that slot.
He wasn't
They
ready.
picked you for that. So now let me see why they picked you.
But it goes like that all the way across the board because you still got Carmelo's son, and it's the same thing.
A bad dude,
He's
Yeah,
good.
but he's producing like a mother.
He's a bad dude,
right, but he's not. You know,
he ain't playing at that level. But
There you go.
he's
right? Because of the name. Remember the brand.
Yeah, look at Pippen's son.
Oh,
He producing.
he producing.
he producing right now,
he ain't
man.
even half of the size of his father.
And he produces. So show me what you got, man. And that's all it's
Look
about.
at Tim Hardaway Jr. He's been in the league for some years. How long Tim Hardaway Jr. been in the league? Maybe about 6, 7 years.
at one point. Not
Maybe
for
about
nothing.
6 years, 7 years.
Not for
around
nothing,
there.
but on the playoffs, Pippen's son been showing out
But see,
better than anything
but
else.
See, that's the difference too.
Yeah.
What you could do in the postseason.
In the postseason,
What
he's
you
showing
see
that.
them few shots that they lost by 1 point.
Mm-hmm.